Today we're going to work on opening a bottle of sparkling wine. Our test subject here is our Barefoot Bubbly Sparkling Chardonnay out of California. It's 100% Chardonnay that's undergone a secondary fermentation process, which creates the bubbles that you're getting in there. One of the big things you got to worry about when opening a bottle of sparkling wine, of course, is going to be the pressure that everything is under in there. First thing you want to do is get yourself a trusty little napkin, cloth, or maybe a towel that you're going to be able to cover this up with. You're going to hold it from the bottom. Along the sides is a little tab. You can see it right there kind of sticking out. You're going to pull that off. That's going to help take the top of the capsule off of the wine. Get that off, and then get this. That's going to leave the cage, which is what this little metal contraption here is called. There is a ring or a key on the side of the cage right about there. You can see that. Okay? What you want to do at this time, it's kind of a magic trick, is you want to cover the top of the bottle with the linen. That's going to help keep that thing in place in case something does get a little bit out of hand. Basically like that. Okay? Once you do that, you want to stick your hand up underneath there and turn that cage. Now I'm going to take the towel off so I can kind of show you what I'm doing here. You're just going to turn that cage counterclockwise until the key opens it up all the way. Now normally you would have this over the top holding it down so that the cork doesn't get away from you, and you kind of work the cage off like so. Okay? Once you have that cage off, the last thing you have to do is remove the cork. Now you want to do this kind of nice and slow because you don't want to lose any of your wine. You want to grip around that mushroom cork with your fingers just like so, real nice and tight, and then grab the bottom of the bottle and hold it in the palm of your hand. At this time, turning the bottle from the bottom, you want to pick one direction, either clockwise or counterclockwise, and slowly turn and kind of pull that cork out in the same motion. Okay? And you can kind of feel it give. Real slow. Ultimately, whenever you do this properly, there should just be a little whoosh coming out, not a loud pop. Kind of like that. Okay? If you did that right, you're not going to lose any of your wine. Have a little bit of pressure. Now when pouring a glass of sparkling wine, one of the things you want to know is that it is going to, of course, going to bubble up. So you want to pour just small amounts in the glass at a time. Very slowly. Give it a second to settle down. And then go back in and pour some more. Just like that. Okay? Now whenever tasting sparkling wines, one of the things you never want to do is swirl it because it helps dissolve some of those bubbles and gets them out of the glass. So basically what you want to do is just take yourself a big whiff. You're usually going to get a lot of apples, pears, some lemon or citrus zest on there also, and a little bit of kind of a proofed bread smell, and that's from the yeast that's used in the secondary fermentation process in the bottle. And then sparkling wines, of course, are very crisp, very dry, not very fruit forward, but extremely inviting, especially when you're eating shellfish. Really nice. Barefoot Bubbly is a great value wine. Thank you very much. Cheers.